What's up, guys? My name's Anthony. You're watching Crypto Ride, and today we're here to bring you another video about Cardano, the number 10 cryptocurrency by market capitalization. It's one of my favorites. It's probably one of your favorites if you clicked on this video, and it is a project that is on the move in 2020. And in this video, we're going to talk about why Charles Hoskinson believes that this is Cardano's decade, not year, but decade. And if it's your first time stopping by the channel, this is obviously a crypto YouTube that focuses on wealth building and including cryptocurrency as part of that overall investment plan. We do that through crypto news videos, technical analysis videos, and project reviews. And we're about to bring you the news on Cardano, so let's get into that. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Charles Hoskinson says this will be the decade of Cardano, as I mentioned in the intro. This article came out from Crypto Slate. I will put a link in the description, but let's go over some key points from it. 2020 will be the most important year for Cardano yet, after successfully deploying the incentivized testnet for the Shelley era of Cardano, which focuses on the decentralization of the network and blockchain. IOHK seems to have gone into overdrive when it comes to developing its ambitious blockchain project with over 500 staking pools. And we're going to look at that number very closely in a few minutes and see what it is now. But with over 500 staking pools already deployed on the incentivized testnet, Charles Hoskinson, the CEO, believes major success is just around the corner. He recently did an AMA and Ask Me Anything on YouTube where he went on to talk about a lot of different things, but what I want to focus on in this video is some of the major releases and important projects coming in 2020 for us. So January alone will bring a lot of updates. Hoskinson said that apart from the Haskell wallet, which we'll talk about, the Haskell Shelley testnet will also be released in the following weeks. The mainnet for Shelley, which will be scheduled soon, will most likely go live sometime in February. And let's talk about what the Haskell wallet is. And one thing you have to know about Cardano in general is they have these keywords almost like code for everything. So instead of saying to work on decentralization, they're going to call it Shelley, right? And Gogoen, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's going to be they're focusing on smart contracts and everything including smart contracts. So if you're not sure about this, or if you're unaware of this, this is the next era of their timeline, which should be on track to happen this year. So Gogoan adds the ability to build decentralized apps on Cardano's solid foundation of peer-reviewed search and high-assurance development. The work for Gogoan has been underway in parallel with Shelley, so they have been working on this at the same time. It is coming along right now, and when complete, will allow users from technical and non-technical backgrounds, so they want to make this very intuitive. They want to make it very possible for people to create and execute functional smart contracts on the Cardano network. And if you don't know, that is one of the overarching goals of Cardano, is to be a smart contract platform, similar to the way Ethereum is, except Cardano is, of course, built to scale, while Ethereum was built and now focuses on fixing scalability issues. So big difference. Yeah, you could say Cardano is taking a longer time to come out, but personally, I'm not worried about it. But one of the goals for Gogoan era has been the creation of Plutus, a purpose-built smart contract development language and execution platform using the functional programming language Haskell. So when they talk about the Haskell Shelley testnet, they're talking about a programming language that will work in cahoots with Gogoan and Plutus. So again, a lot of jargon in the Cardano ecosystem that you have to really be aware of, and I'm always going to do my best to break that down for you. But perhaps the most important thing that will happen this year will be the development and deployment of succinct, non-interactive, zero-knowledge proofs, SNARKs. Sonic, Cardano's own snark, developed in 2018, will be one of the main topics discussed in the upcoming Cardano Summit in Edinburgh at the end of the month. So keep an eye on that. My understanding is that this has to do with privacy. Hoskinson said private smart contracts would have a wide variety of uses, especially in things like medical records, which is why Cardano wants to have a working product as soon as possible. So, Cardano is a platform, as Hoskinson said, that will be focused on enterprises and solutions and usability. And they want this thing to be implemented as soon as possible while taking their time and being thorough in their research. He also hinted at a few behind the scenes projects in this article on the Daily Hodl. Again, the link will be in the description. He talked about these other verticals, and he was kind of elusive, kind of teased it a little bit, very in the style of Justin's son from Tron almost. There are other verticals. There's a privacy space, there's an IoT space, there's the social media space, and each and every one of these has business and technical requirements which may be beyond the scope of what Cardano can offer in its current iteration. But he's saying, and we will do some things. We'll announce it at a later date. So we're chasing certain verticals. So he's just kind of alluding to the fact that Cardano may have some tricks up their sleeve that we have not heard of yet. And why wouldn't they? It is Cardano after all. Also, I want to give you an update on the Shelley incentivized testnet, which I mentioned earlier is scheduled to become a mainnet and go live at some point in February. But if you haven't began staking yet, make sure to check out our staking tutorial video. So here's how I'm doing. You can see my wallet. All right, we are in Epoch 28. Each epoch is taking about a day, and what I'm noticing is I'm getting rewards every day. And also, let's just talk about the total number of stake pools, and you can see the one I am staking with, which is SCAR, which is 128. I know it's not one of the top ranked pools, but SCAR is ran by the creators of the Cardano Effect podcast, which is where I get a lot of my Cardano information, and I am loyal to them. Just take a look at all these staking pools, right? 647. I thought this number was in the 500s based on the article I was reading at that just came out 3 days ago. So you can see how vibrant and how engaged this community is. And look at this. And in each one of these pools, there are tons of people like you and me who are giving their ADA to. Right? I was also reading about the Cardano community and said there are over 1 million people in the Cardano community. So people are showing up. And just to take a quick look at my rewards, so far I've earned 13 ADA. I've staked about 3,000 of them, and I'm getting about 3/4 of an ADA a day. But tell me in the comment section, what pool are you staking with, and what kind of rewards are you seeing? I'm also going to ask you to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here and you've enjoyed what we see. Cardano is one of the projects that I plan on bringing you regular updates on throughout 2020 as I begin to become really involved with this project, and I'm very excited about it. Also, comment down below letting us know what about Cardano excites you right now with all these potential developments coming out and the fact that Charles is calling this the decade of Cardano. You know, do you think it's possible that they'll have a big year? And if so, what are you excited about? As always, I always end each video by telling you, don't invest more than you can afford to lose in this stuff. You really don't need to. A small investment can create enough money to change your life. If Cardano or any of the other cryptocurrencies we talk about go up to the prices that we think and know are possible, not necessarily probable, but possible, you could just put a couple $100 or $1,000 into one of these ideas and end up 10 times, 20 times, 50 times your money, potentially. Remember, nothing is guaranteed. We're just here for the ride. So as always, I will also tell you to enjoy the ride. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.